Have you been doing seated shoulder press and they've never really felt right? Maybe they're hard on your shoulders or the dumbbells are hard to kick up. Then I have a great replacement for you. So what I like to do instead are these very high or moderately high incline Arnold presses. And someone wrote to me in a YouTube short saying, what makes this better than a seated military press? Now I got to preface this and say it's not necessarily better. It's different. Although I like doing them more, so I personally think they're better. Now, you don't have to kick up the dumbbell as high because you're on an incline as opposed to totally upright or like 85, 80 degrees. And number two, when you're coming in to rotate for the Arnold press and turning back out, you're actually getting a greater stretch on your delts because the head of the dumbbell is not in the way. Now, you're going to use less weight here, but you're traveling through a greater range of motion, and I feel like you're getting a greater muscle stimulation. Now, you're going to have to swallow your pride and let your ego take a little bit of a hit here, like I said, because you are going to use less weight. So this can be something that you use as an accessory lift. I wouldn't go super heavy on these. Do it somewhere in the 6 to 10, maybe even 15 rep range. So there's a lot of reps you can play around with. If you're running conjugate, it can go as a secondary exercise. It can even go as a accessory exercise later in your workout. But I suggest if you're doing them as your main assistance movement, you want to build up your delts, to do it in the 6 to 10 rep range. And if you're just doing it to pump up your delts and strengthen the muscle as opposed to a motor pattern, then I would suggest you do them in the 10 to 15 rep range later on in your workout.